Good day. I am back. So I decided to make a live video because sometimes it's just better for me to just talk than making videos and trying to figure out like the right thing to say because I'm never going to have the right thing to say. But anyway, I did want to share. I was reading today. I really hope nobody heard that. I was reading today um in Numbers 14. Um and I don't know how people come up with titles of videos because the titles of my videos they suck. Um and hey Sherelle. Um the titles of my videos suck. I don't know how preachers come up with sermons because that sucks too. As far as I'm concerned, I couldn't do it. But if I had to, I would say Moses objected. And we all need somebody to object on our behalf, right? Um, or we pray that we have somebody who would object on our behalf. Again, I wanted to share Numbers 14, and in Numbers 14, basically what's happening is that the children of Israel are complaining. They're complaining um, against Moses and Aaron um, because they feel like God brought them to this land to die. And I guess I'll just pick up right here, verse 2. And all the children of Israel complained against Moses and Aaron, and the whole congregation said to them, if only we had died in the land of Egypt, or if only we had died in this wilderness. Why has the Lord brought us to this land to fall by the sword, that our wives and children should become victims? Would it not be better for us to return to Egypt? So they said to one another, let us select a leader and return to Egypt. So they're basically saying, we going to get rid of Moses and Aaron. We going to find us somebody else to lead us and we going back home. Um, so in turn, Moses and Aaron fell on their faces before all the assembly of the congregation of the children of Israel. But Joshua, the son of Nun, and Caleb, so we're going to skip because now they're going into all of this, but um basically they're saying, hey, we saw some land, it's good land, and if the Lord delights in us, then he'll give us this land, a land which overflows with milk and honey only. Don't rebel against the Lord, nor fear the people of the land, for they are our bread. Their protection has departed from them, and the Lord is with us. Do not fear them. And all the congregation said to stone them with stones. Now the glory of the Lord appeared in the tabernacle of meeting before all the children of Israel. So at this point is when God starts to get angry and has made up his mind regarding the children of Israel. And Moses starts to intercede for them. Um, when you skip down to verse 11, then the Lord said to Moses, how long will these people reject me? And how long will they not believe me with all the signs which I have performed among them? And I call this kind of talk, this like big God talk. God say, I'll strike them with the pestilence and disinherit them. I will make of you a nation greater and mightier than they. Um, After this is when Moses starts to object. Moses starts to basically plead on their behalf. So Moses is asking, then the Egyptians will hear it, or the Egyptians will hear it, for by your might you brought these people up from among them. And they will tell it to the inhabitants of this land. They have heard that you, Lord, are among these people, that you, Lord, are seen face to face, and your cloud stands above them, and you go before them in a pillar of cloud by day and in a pillar of fire by night. Now, if you kill these people as one man, Then the nations which have heard your fame will speak, saying, because the Lord was not able to bring this people to the land which he swore to give them, therefore he killed them in the wilderness. First of all, I feel like Moses kind of tried God, because you're gonna say, all right, God, since you not gonna bring them out, then people gonna talk about you. People gonna say you basically left these people to die, right? But the reality is I feel like what God was really angry about, Moses was objecting and trying to save the people. But what God was really angry about was that these people doubted his power. When God said, out of everything that I've shown them, all the works that I've shown them, they still don't believe. So it wasn't that they doubted that he could bring him out. They didn't doubt his ability, but they doubted the power. And that's when God basically washed his hands. But because Moses objected, Moses is here saying, God, just give him another chance. I hope that during times in my life when, first of all, I hope that I never doubt God. But we all have times in our life, right, where we, are fearful. We question what's happening. We question when God gonna come through, if God gonna come through. You know, we're fearful about our circumstances. So I hope that when I'm questioning God and what's going on, there is a Moses somewhere that's willing to object for me, because Moses objected. Moses objected, and God allowed, you know, just a little bit of what he was going to give them. Now, granted, they probably didn't, get the whole land of milk and flowing honey and all of that fun stuff. But, Moses objected. The people had given up. They lost all their faith. They questioned the power of God, but Moses objected. Being able to object when God has spoken something means that there's a special relationship with God. Not everybody gonna be able to go to God and say, "All right, God, can you not do this?" In order to be able to object, Moses had to be in place. He had to have that relationship with God to intercede, object, and change God's mind just a little bit. So that's what I'm seeking. I'm seeking real relationship with God. And I just had this conversation with my mom this morning, how the world is so caught up in not just religion, but also destroying religion. Um, and if religion works for you, then that's fine. You can't judge what it takes somebody else to make it in. But for me, I'm going to always push relationship, even with my kids. I push relationship. Don't try to conform to what other people say God should be and what they say he is, because that's what they know him to be. When you're in relationship with somebody, you know aspects of them that nobody else knows. I have a relationship with my son. My daughter has a relationship with my son. My mom has a relationship. Their dad have a relationship with him, but they don't know him in the same way that I know him. So you can't tell me something about my son that I know to be true or not to be true, because I know this part of him. But maybe you know a different part of him. that I don't know. When he's at my site and he's at school, my teacher has his teacher has a different relationship with him. So it's important for you to develop relationship with God yourself and not listen to what someone else writes in a book, what someone says in a video, what someone says on a blog. You gotta know him. You gotta break out of the box of religion in order to know who God is on a personal level. Religion is fine, and I'm not against religion. Let's dead that. But your religion is dead if you don't have a relationship with God. So anyway, I'm going to bed. I'm tired. It's been a long weekend and it just started. Um, but I just want to say that Moses objected. That just stood out to me, that he objected because he could, because he had relationship with God. Um, when God had washed his hands and made up his mind, you know. So talk to him. He listens. He cares. Good night. I'll see you. I'll go live again. I think I like going live versus actually recording a video because I can just keep my lives as my videos. I know my camera quality sucks because I can't go live on my phone. I have to go live on um my computer. And Sherelle, thank you so much for tuning in. You should call me. You're not on Instagram. I'd let Instagram go for a little while. I'll probably be back on there soon. But yeah, you and I have already had conversations. You need to call me. And I'll see the rest of you later. Toodles.